Hey you guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update of what has been going on in my life for the past year. Well, not really the past year, just in 2019. I think the last video I did where I give you guys an update on my recovery and life and everything, I think that was like in October maybe. I'm probably wrong, but I'll link it above if you guys want to see that, so you guys can kind of see how my progress has been going and all that kind of stuff. So before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and you can also follow me on Instagram. I have links for all my social media down below, and if you guys want to hear how my life is going, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so I'm trying to think of where to start. I should have watched like my previous update video to kind of see where I was at the time, but I guess I'll just kind of give you guys a little bit of an update of how my recovery from chronic fatigue syndrome is going. If you guys are new here, I have chronic fatigue syndrome and some other underlying things going on, and I have been in the midst of recovery for about 5 years now. I have come a long way. I have tons of videos on chronic fatigue syndrome. You guys can just go ahead and check out the playlist I have on my channel if you guys want to learn more. So just to kind of give you guys an update, I would say I'm about 70% better on a good day. And when I'm having a really bad day, I'm only like at 40 or 50%. It's kind of hard to gauge because every day is so different, but yeah, I would say like today has been a really good day so far. I was able to do my makeup and get out a little bit. I'm having to kind of rest in between things still, but like I'm definitely handling things better. I am still trying to stick with the original program that I started with, which is the CFS Recovery Program by Toby Morrison, and that has helped me so much. I have come such a long way because of that program. And for the past like 7 months or so, I have also been doing DNRS. And I'm not going to go into all of that too much because it's really hard to describe, but you guys can definitely look it up and learn more about it. But basically, in a nutshell, it's all about rewiring your limbic system and your brain response to illness and trauma. So with that being said, I think that mixed with my program with Toby Morrison and also everything else that I'm doing outside of that, like acupuncture, eating healthy, supplements, everything, it has really helped me come a long way. I was able to be in my brother's wedding, and that was in March, and if any of you guys know me or know where I have been in these past like few years, like where I have been with my recovery, being in a wedding is like humongous because you know, I was a bridesmaid, so that obviously means you have to go to bridal showers, you have to go to parties, you have to do all of these things. And luckily my now sister-in-law is like so understanding and so sweet and just really compassionate about my situation. So she was very accommodating, and of course I felt guilty and felt kind of bad because that just, you know, you don't want people to ever have to like make their situations work around your illness. You know, it's always kind of hard, but luckily my sister-in-law is amazing and just like so sweet. So I wasn't able to attend the bachelorette party because that was out of town, and I'm still trying to work on handling out of town trips because that seems to be something that's pretty difficult for me still. But I was able to attend 2 of her bridal showers, and I was able to be a bridesmaid in the wedding. And basically I did my rounds of DNRS, which is, like I said, I can't really go into that and explain the whole thing because it's really difficult to explain. But I was able to do these rounds, which helps really calm my nervous system and my fight or flight response to basically normal life, which is what chronic fatigue syndrome does to you. But I was able to handle that wedding so well, and I think almost like it was probably like a God thing or some type of divine power. I don't know, because I did not crash from the wedding, and I was there from morning all the way till night, and I got up, went to the venue, did my makeup, got my hair done. We did all of the pictures with the bridal party. We did all the stuff before the wedding, and then we had to be in the actual ceremony, and then after that we had the reception. And you guys, get this, I danced. I freaking danced for the first time in so long, and I danced for like 5 songs, and like, I mean, I wasn't like going crazy, but like I was able to dance a little, and that felt so good. And yes, like after, I was completely drained, and the next day I was just like down, but I wouldn't say I crashed because I was still able to like get up and like make myself like lunch the next day, like things, just normal things around the house. Like I had to be in bed all day to rest, but like by that Monday or Tuesday, I seemed to kind of bounce back to my baseline of where I'm at in my recovery. So that was like a huge win. And it's just something, like, it gives me chills because it just shows like how far I've come. And I know that to like normal, like healthy people, like it's not that big of a deal, but to someone who has been suffering for so long, like being able to be in my brother's wedding was such a godsend and like just so important to me. And I have missed so many family events throughout my illness. I've missed my best cousin, my best friend who is my cousin. Her wedding, I was supposed to be the maid of honor in her wedding, and I couldn't even go altogether because that was like the 2nd year into my illness. So being able to be at my brother's wedding and just being there in general was huge for me. And luckily my boyfriend was also in the wedding. He was a groomsman, so that really helped, having his support and like my family there. It was just such a magical day, and I just cherish it and I think about it all the time. And it's just something I'm really proud of. So that is like the biggest thing that has happened this year so far when it comes to handling things with my recovery. I know I have been pretty absent from social media and YouTube on and off throughout the year. It's been hard, I think, because I've been up and down with my depression because of my situation being, you know, it's been 5.5 years now, and I'm like so ready to have my life back. I think I say that in every single update video. It's really hard because like I'm 28 now. I've been sick since I was 22 or almost 23, so like 22 and a half. And I don't think people realize the toll it takes on you, like being sick most of your 20s. It's really, really hard because you see all these people around you moving on with life and doing all the things that 20-year-olds or people in their 20s that are supposed to do, like get married, have kids, travel, finish school. Like there's just so much I've missed out on. But at the same time, I'm really grateful because through this situation, I have found my passion for makeup. And as of this year, I decided that once I am well enough, I'm going to be going to cosmetology school, and I'm going to get my my license to do freelance makeup. I mean, I know you don't have to be licensed for that or certified, but I definitely am always willing to learn more about makeup, and it's my passion. It makes me happy. It makes other people happy, and I'm really excited because this is like a huge goal for me. You know, before I got sick, I was going to regular college and trying to just get my associate's degree, and like I was gonna maybe do an associate's in art, or I was maybe gonna move on and maybe even do like psychology or criminology. Like I had all of these goals in mind and all of these passions, but nothing really stuck with me until I found makeup. And like I'm just so excited because this is something that I really think came to me through my illness, so it's kind of like a blessing in disguise. So yeah, as soon as I am able to, I'm going to be going to the Paul Mitchell School here where I live, and I'm going to become certified as a makeup artist, and I'm going to start my own freelance makeup business, which I am so excited about because then I can do weddings, I can do proms, I can do events, like all that kind of stuff, and I just cannot wait for that. What else has happened this year? Another thing that has happened that I'm like, it's not that big of a deal, but for me it's like really exciting. I got my first tattoo, and my body was strong enough to handle that, which is crazy to me because 2 years ago I got my nose pierced, and I was still like pretty bad with my symptoms. Like I would say I was only at like 50% on a good day, but I got brave and decided to get my nose pierced, and when I got it pierced, it didn't hurt at all, but I ended up passing out because I think my body was not strong enough to handle it, you know, because it's like letting out all this adrenaline, and so my body just went like I was out. So I finally got my first tattoo, and it's right here on my wrist. It's kind of hard to show, so I'm just going to insert in a picture so you guys can see it better, so I don't have to like do this weird angle thing. It's a portrait of my dog, Winnie, and for those of you who know me or who have been on my channel, you guys know that Winnie is my emotional support dog. She is my baby. She is just my everything. I don't even look at her as a dog. I just like, she's just like my little fur child, and I love her so much, and I decided it was time to get her tattooed on me, and I love it because it's kind of like the style. It's not super realistic, but at the same time it's realistic enough so you can see that it's her. But I love it so much, and I cannot wait to get more tattoos. I'm just like really wanting to get them done now. I've had a lot of tattoos in mind for years now, so I'm excited to finally get those done. And my point is that my body was able to handle a tattoo, and I sat there for about an hour and 20 minutes, and I got through it. Like, I didn't pass out. I didn't feel faint. Like, yeah, it hurt in some areas, but it really wasn't that bad. And like, I'm just so excited that my body was strong enough to handle something like that, because that's basically trauma to your body. Like, you're getting ink put into you. So I was kind of nervous to see like how my body was going to respond to that, and if I was going to like break out in a rash or pass out or anything like that. But I did really well, and I'm just excited to get more tattoos. So I thought I'd share that with you guys because it's something I'm really proud of and excited about. So where I'm at now, like I said in the beginning of the video, I would say I'm about 70% on a really good day. And I know that might seem like a lot, but I don't think people realize that like even not having that 30% is really difficult. Like, it affects me still day to day, and I would say that my symptoms, like a lot of my symptoms have gone away. Like, I hardly have brain fog anymore unless I'm really overexerting myself. I don't have burning sensations in my legs anymore. I don't have the vertigo issues nearly as often. I'm hardly getting any migraines anymore. So a lot of things have improved. But I still have an issue with fatigue and muscle fatigue, and just the feeling of exhaustion that I get if I overexert myself. If I'm walking for more than 30 minutes, I do get pretty tired. I have to rest after pretty much every activity. But once again, like, things are so much better. I'm able to drive myself pretty much anywhere in town. I'm able to run errands if I need to. I'm able to go to movies and dinner with my boyfriend or friends, things like that. But once again, I always have to rest after, and sometimes even the day after, I have to just take an entire day to be at home, be in bed or on the couch, and just recoup. My body is definitely getting stronger, and things are getting better. My blood work is still showing elevated levels of CRP. That stands for C-reactive protein, which is an inflammatory response to the body. So for whatever reason, my body is letting out inflammation still. My doctor has decided to start diving deeper into that, and so we're trying to like figure out what the source of inflammation is. And it's crazy because other than that, all of my labs and everything always come back perfectly normal. So I have been tested for lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, just everything under the sun, yet I still have this elevated inflammation response, which I have heard is very common in people with chronic fatigue syndrome. So I'm thinking it could be just the chronic fatigue syndrome, and that's like a sign that yes, it's still prevalent, it's still there. So I did start taking turmeric capsules, and I'm trying to eat a lot of anti-inflammatory foods. I'm also taking an herb from my acupuncturist called astragula, and I think that's how it's pronounced. And that is basically an antiviral herb, and it also helps with inflammation and energy issues. And yeah, I am on my way with that, and I'm just so grateful that I now have a doctor who understands what I'm going through and who is dedicated to figuring this out and to getting me well. Also, another crazy thing, my boyfriend recently got diagnosed with sleep apnea, and it's crazy because as long as I've been with him, and even before I was with him, and I've been with him for 9.5 years now, he has always had issues with being tired all the time. And he has been always exhausted. I mean, not chronic fatigue tired where he's not able to work and live life, but to the point where it was still affecting his day-to-day and like how he felt and everything. And mind you, he is not overweight at all. He's actually 6'1" and very slim. And so seeing this, I started thinking like, wow, like I wonder if I do have sleep apnea myself, because a lot of people in my family have sleep apnea. And the thing is on my boyfriend's sleep apnea test, it showed that he was waking up and he would stop breathing over 30 times per night, which is crazy. So last week I got a sleep study done, and I will be finding out the results of that next week. And part of me is kind of hoping that I have it. I mean, I don't want sleep apnea. I don't want any more issues with my body, but if I do have it, it is easy to treat. You use a CPAP machine or a mouthpiece, and it could potentially like drastically change how I feel. My aunt, who also has chronic fatigue syndrome, go figure, there's probably some genetic stuff going on, she also got diagnosed with sleep apnea. And it seemed like a lot of time was passing, and it was just like me, like she had a virus, it triggered the CFS, she was recovering, but there was always some fatigue really lingering that really affected her day-to-day life. So she finally got tested, and sure enough, she has sleep apnea, and now she is doing remarkably well. She's able to travel out of the country, she's able to work and live her life. So I am kind of hoping that if I do have it, which I don't know if I do, but if I do, that it would help immensely with my recovery, and that I would start being able to live the life that I was meant to live. If I don't have it, then I will just continue moving forward and continue doing all the programs that I have been doing and continuing with my recovery process. So for the time being, I am still on the road to recovery. I'm hoping that more answers will be coming soon with everything going on in my body, and I have a lot of great plans for the future. I'm trying to really just focus on that. Once again, it is so hard to stay positive and motivated all the time because being sick for so long, you're definitely gonna feel depressed. It's just gonna happen unless you're just like some person who loves being sick. I just, you know, I really have been struggling with that, and I am trying every day to focus on the positives. Every night before I go to bed, I name 10 things that I'm grateful for. I try to see the good in everything, and I try to see the good in every single day. And once again, I am definitely looking forward to things in my future. My boyfriend and I are both hoping that we can be engaged soon and that we could be married and start living our life together as husband and wife, and that hopefully it will be coming soon. And I'm hoping I'll be able to start going to makeup school and starting to work again and starting to live a normal life again. I've missed life. I've missed so much opportunity, and I am trying to just stay focused on taking it a day at a time, because that's all I can do, and I just have to trust the journey and trust that this is exactly where I'm supposed to be in life. And so I think with that, I have also been, you know, working on my relationships with people and cutting out any negativity or toxicity in my life, and toxic people, negative people, just anything that brings me down. I'm just trying to be like, psh, psh, you're gone. It's hard to do, you know, but I feel like at this point in my life, like I'm in my late 20s, like it's time for me to focus on myself and quit trying to please other people. And it's been hard, but it's very rewarding, and I know in the long run it's good for my body, mind, and soul. So I encourage you to do the same if you are in any situation, any like toxic situation or toxic relationship or anything like that. Like, it is so important to do self-care and to focus on yourself, because focusing on yourself is not selfish. And I want to reiterate that to you, because so many people think that if you're focusing on yourself and not on other people, that means you're being selfish, it means you're being self-centered, and it means that you don't care. And that is 100% not the case. I just think there always has to be a balance. There has to be healthy boundaries with people, and focusing on your well-being is so important. So anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm really trying to post more. I know I haven't been that great at it, but I'm really trying. It's definitely hard, but I do want to keep you guys updated, and I want to keep making videos for you guys. I want to start doing more makeup tutorials again, and just trying to get back to the fun side of YouTube. There has been so much negativity in the beauty community, and just, I think just in YouTube in general. It can be a really toxic place, which I think is why I've distanced myself from it, but I do want to try to like keep going with it, because I do know in the long run that it's fun and it's interactive and it allows me to create, and that is what could be keeping me sane. So let me know if you guys want to see some makeup tutorials or what other kind of videos you guys would like to see. I really appreciate your guys' love and support that you all give me, and I hope that you guys are all doing well, and thank you to all my new subscribers for subscribing, and hello, and I hope you guys enjoy my videos and that you guys enjoy being here. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I hope I covered everything, but I hope you guys have a great day and a great weekend, and I will see you in my next video.